Hello everyone, this is Shrija Kura from Amranchi, and today we'll be discussing one of the most common questions which we have been receiving in the past 1 week, that is it too late to start IPMAT preparation, or will I get into an IM if I start my preparation right now? So let's discuss. First of all, I completely understand that IPMAT is a very competitive exam. Out of 20,000 students who sit in for exam, only 150 make it to IM window. So out of this cutthroat competition, it is completely natural to have self-doubts, negative thoughts, especially looking at someone who have been preparing since past 1 year or 1.5 year or even 2 years. But here I want to share two incidents that happened last year. There was this one guy who had been preparing along with us, and he had been preparing since past 1.5 year, and in every mock he gives, he would always be in top 10. Okay, and everyone was so sure that he will get into IIM window. But what happened on the day of exam was, a night before, he didn't have good sleep. He was so stressed on the day of exam and he didn't score well. As a result, he's not in any IIM right now. But yeah, he did well in CUT and he got into a good CUT college. That's another thing. But talking about IIMs, he didn't get into any IIM. Also, there was this one girl who prepared just for 2 weeks before exam, and she was from non-maths background. Still, she was able to get into IIM Ranchi. And I'm not even kidding, these two are true incidents. So what I want to say here is that it's not about how long you have been preparing. There will be many more factors to it than how much time you have taken to preparation. There will be your mental state during exam. There will be how much efforts you're putting in the time you have. Even considering that the exam will be in May, you still have more than 4 months for the exam. And if you ask me, 4 months is a very good time to prepare. All you have to do is to put in your everything in these 4 months. Give your best. Prepare smart. Now coming to preparing smart, see, I have seen people who are doing geometry for about 4 weeks in the 4 months time they have, and then saying at the end of the 4 weeks that I don't know anything about geometry. See, you have to be smart at the situation. Now imagine it takes probability or PNC to complete for you in 3 weeks, and there is geometry, which you take 4 weeks and still you know that you couldn't complete. Then at that point, what you have to do is that you have to go for PNC and probability. Now you have to understand that IPMAT is not an exam which needs you to cover the whole syllabus. IPMAT is an exam which tests how much good you are at a subject, at a chapter, right? So please realize, first go to the website, check the past year questions, note down the syllabus, note down the level of questions. Now, for example, there might be a geometry question and there might be a PNC and probability question. And in exam, what they don't see is that whether you're doing geometry's question or PNC's question. What they see is that whether you're doing a question or not. Now for geometry, it's taking you 4 weeks and still you're not sure that you're good with the topic. But for PNC and probability, it's taking you the same 4 weeks, but you're sure that you know the subject very well. Then obviously do PNC and probability in the beginning. And later on, if time permits, try to solve geometry's questions. And I'm talking about your preparation phase itself, not the exam. During your preparation phase, first figure out what chapters are easy for you or what chapters seems like the chapters which you can cover fast and which you can be thorough at. First do all those chapters because the time is very less. And what you have to aim at is to solve as many questions as possible, not just the questions which are hard, right? So figure out the chapters which you can do in this very short time and which you can be very, very thorough at. Do them first. And I'm not asking you to leave all the chapters, right, which are tough. You have to do the chapters as well. But the priority must be that whatever are a little easy, do them in the beginning. And then once you get into the study phase, then start doing the chapters which are a little hard and which take little time. But make sure that any chapter you pick, you have to be very good at that. Okay, give mocks. Give as many mocks as possible. That's a very important thing. Completely devote your weekends for mocks and analyzing the mocks. And also, another thing I want to mention here is that stick to one material. It is completely common to see another person doing 2-3 materials and get stressed that you're not doing it. Please don't do that. Only if you're done with one material, move on to the other. But you're not done with this material and you're looking at another material, and there the way they solve it is completely different from what you have been learning. That will be a lot of confusion. So just stick with one material, do it completely, then revise the material, do your mocks, and that will be more than enough if you ask me. But still, if you're not satisfied, at that point, go on to another material. But not right at this point. Don't start your preparation with 4-5 materials at a time. Just when you get the negative thoughts or when you feel a little stressed, instead of wasting days and days on that, go and talk with a senior. If you can't calm yourself, go to a mentor. Talk with them. And they might clear the situation within 1 hour or even just within few hours. And it is much better than wasting days and days thinking that you're not doing anything. Right? Because your mentors or your seniors, they have already went through this phase and they know what is better for you. So go and talk with a mentor or go and talk with your seniors when you have negative thoughts or when you have self-doubts. So coming back to the main question, is 4 months enough for preparation? It's more than enough, provided that you're putting good amount of efforts and you're giving your everything. Do mocks, prepare well, make strategies that work out for you, and give your best. That's it. If you have self-doubts, go to mentors. We at TJP are providing mentorship services for you. We are also providing mock tests if you need. We are also having good materials if you need. So everything is right here. All you have to do is to start preparing. You don't have to be afraid of the staircase. Just take the first step, and automatically the flow will continue. Okay. So yeah, that's about it. Give your best. We hope to meet you in an IM next year. If you have any further doubts, feel free to reach out to us. Our social media handles and the Telegram links are mentioned in the description. All the very best.